Good morning, good evening, whatever what time of day it really is. Yes, it's your favorite French woman here, Sari Jackson, on the air here. Today I'm going to talk about an experiment that was performed. This was done a few years back in California. What they did was they got a group of willing participants, of course. Each one, group one was told they were told they didn't weren't given hormones, all that. They were given a choice, gonna say we're gonna put a designer on you, and you volunteered to have the male parts removed and placed with the vagina. Basically, it was part of the study. So they went undergone a surgery. First group had the vagina done. These guys were not wanting, neither have no business transition one main man. But after the operation done, they they said after they learned they learned how to dilate, of course. And know what happened to them later on. They started to get very calm and very relaxed. They started not wanting to do male stuff after surgery. Within about a year, a month or so, they were back on hormones, taking female hormones, and they were pretty much, acting like a woman for the year. Matter of fact, they found that a lot of guys didn't want to go back to being a man after the surgery. These were a couple men got, the second group had the same thing done to them, but it had breast augmentation thrown into it, and they had, and a few other things thrown in on it. Well, these guys that came out, they didn't want to be a woman. Didn't want to be women when they went in, but certainly did after. They found many adapt to it and liked it very much. Matter of fact, it was just some say I should wish to start when they're young, but we're getting hormones. Now, the third group of males were given estrogens and hormones for a while. What happened to them was this. They ended up they had the surgery done. They found in the studies done, in the whole case study they did on them, was this. While survey results were done on the study, what they found is it doesn't matter, about the person. It's a person. It doesn't matter that. It's what they got below that controls their behavior, not what they got above. What got below is they control behavior. What I have below me is not a vagina yet. It is still have a male part. That control my behavior somewhat, but not too much. If I have a vagina, it will control my behavior, completely control my female behavior. It'll control it. And right now, me having C cup, they control a lot of my behavior too, because what happens too, and people transitioning M to F, I have been doing for years, they go through a lot of changes in the physical makeup, go through a lot of chemical changes in the body. Like you start to, when they start taking hormones, at first you don't know too much, then they start seeing the breast grow. Then your skin get very, very soft. Like look how soft mine is. It's very, very, very soft. It's so soft that you just don't want to be. And then your hair will grow like a weed some cases. Most people grow weeds. Some older than me, it doesn't grow too much, but it does. And then comes the big operation below. And then comes your operation where they take out the male parts and give you a nice beautiful vagina. And then when the real female behavior kicks in after the surgery, because most people, if a trans woman, a little bit of male persona, when they go in for bottom surgery, you don't have it when they come out. You do not have that persona you don't have that persona very long after surgery. You might have it for a little bit, for a couple of weeks afterwards, and you lose it very quickly, but you gain a female persona very, very quickly. As a matter of fact, within weeks afterwards. So most trans women do get that female persona after the surgery. Some develop some of it before, but get more frequent after surgery. So me, the way I feel about it, physically, if I had my bottom surgery done and had my vagina, two things would happen. Probably get more relaxed than I am now, being on estrogen. Estrogen keeps me relaxed. It keeps me energized in the day, keep me going. But also too, it keeps me relaxed. It keeps me out of trouble, basically. Another thing, that's weird thing about estrogen. And then then later on is that it makes you act like a woman more. It helps you act more female because estrogen works on you. It gives you the female characteristics. You're dry all the time, but also it does wonders on you. In some cases, I've seen experiments. I've seen where they have given very aggressive male. They will given hormone blockers right on the spot, and they put them on Lupron, and the Lupron needles literally calm them way down, and they get very relaxed. They put on estrogen, basically transition me into a female. It works on some very aggressive males to do that, and it works. Matter of fact, is a case is when somebody is aggressive, guess what? They tend to say that our aggressive females that are full of testosterone and estrogen, both. But most females are estrogen based, are fully estrogen, 100% estrogen based. They got no testosterone in the blood, nothing like that. They have straight estrogen and maybe some progesterone and other hormones like progesterone and stuff like that. And they go through a lot of other changes because they do a lot of that. And you know that? So they do that. That's what they really does, yeah? Anyways, well, as a result here, there's a lot of experiments were done. There were breast augmentation experiments done on some male. This was done to find out how male can react to having a D cup. So they were conducted in California, conducted in the U.S., conducted in other parts of the world, in Bangkok, Thailand. What they did was they got a group of males and willing to participate in this. What they did, they went in, they had the surgery done on a set. They put them into D cups and they told them to go about after healed. They had them go about where they normally do after surgery. Many of them had the D's and they couldn't know how to wear a bra and couldn't wear a lot of man's top because it would fit around the breast. They found that they were bumping all over the place. They were thrown out of men's room, had to go ladies' room because of that. And many of them adapted to it very well. They started wearing bras and top adapted to going ladies' room all the time. And guess what? They put an adapter to it, but they found that in the study that when they put it onto a male, males males adapt to that very quickly to having a big D sticking out of his chest all the time. Actually, a lot of them ended up, went for bottom surgery later on in their life and got bottom done and got that done, and they pretty much walk around today as a woman, transgender female. Anyway, so that was another experiment, and it worked out well. If the guys, one thing about the guys don't know this about ladies' breasts. I'm being truthful here. Ladies' breasts, they will do two things. Up here, they got a bigger tip. And the man's breasts got very small tips. When you get hormones, your tips get bigger. You get bigger tips. They got milk tips, they call them. You actually, in some cases, produce breast milk. In some cases, yeah? You understand that? So they will produce milk in some cases. Some don't. Some do. In a way, I don't produce any of that stuff. But some do, some don't in cases. But what also happens is that they control what goes on underneath. So if I play with my breast hard enough, I'll get a hard on, I'll get an orgasm, same way biological female get orgasm, but my male part get really hard, like I want to, like a boner almost, and then guess what? You know what happens after that? Can you guess? I'll tell you what happens afterward. I can tell you it right now. Then you then you had the orgasm, and then after that, you pretty much relax. Now it controls your sex drive. That's what ladies' breasts do. Now on top of that, providing milk for a newborn baby. Unfortunately, I can't do that. My body is not equipped to do that because of reason why I can. But my age, I wouldn't even do that. I probably could if I had a looking after a newborn. I tried that with somebody newborn. They wanted to breastfeed off me, but I tried. They couldn't get any. Newborn could not get any milk on my breast. But that's an unfortunate fact that they could, they have male do lactate too, but no, very, very rarely. Females after pregnancy will lactate because their hormones are going wild in their body. They just delivered the baby. Their hormones are crazy. They're getting ready to give birth, and not afterward. So when they have the breast and produce milk, the hormone produces a lot of milk, but they can do that. And the hormones that produce milk is called spinal lactate. That's the name of the hormone in females to produce breast milk. And if you give the males a injection of spinal lactate, they'll start producing. Some trans women will get the spinal lactate injections, and when they do, they lactate like crazy. But I had that done on me one time, the spinal lactate injection once. And I lactated like crazy. I was soaking wet all the time myself. But boy, do you lactate, and tell you that. Well, I didn't like that too much because, it got me there. One thing, it made me feel like, it's like normal biological female will produce that hormone to produce breast milk. Now, me, I don't want to, I would do it, tried it once. I was getting it once, but it was like, and actually worked, yeah. I don't really like that. It was really hard on me because, you have to get because you produce a lot of milk on this to give it to you, but you produce milk within a couple hours, about 5 hours later, you're producing breast milk. Within 20 minutes later, I can produce it. All right, you go home, you get a very soaking wet bra, and it will stink, and have to pour it in the laundry and wash that thing. Get the sour milk off of it because you produce it like crazy. Then I go down. Then I tried it once, and then I do it again. But the hormone part is easy enough. Taking a medication, that's fine. But breasts do control your behavior below. So if I will play with these here, what happens here different below. In males, they play with that below, and they get hard and willy. Now, and that male exactly. Female play with the breast. That produces hormones that produce pheromones that to attract a man. Females give off pheromones. They will attract the guy. The guy will be like would want to come to you. That male pick up on the pheromones that female produce. Like even wildlife, like in the wildlife will produce a pheromone too to attract the male counterpart in the wild kingdom. And that male for that female counterpart has a baby. Basically, humans, we do the exact same thing. Produce a pheromone. Being will not produce a pheromone that called a female pheromone that attracts men. Upon attracting these guys, it will attract men to you. But of course, the guy wanted the intercourse because he is attracted by pheromones. But little word of advice about it I'll give you right now. That's why ladies seem to pick up guys very quickly. Because the pheromones are what they get. Me transitionally, that's something I learned. That's why I don't tell you. We learn about it. And I learned all about that. I learned all about that when I transitioned to M to F. Yep, I transitioned. I learned all about it. And that's what I did there. And I learned about. So in that case, I did learn about it. I learned to eat. I didn't learn that way. I learned to ask. I went along basically. I mean, my God, I attracted guys. I picked guys up sometimes. Honestly, I watch out what men I pick up or what guys I pick up as a woman. I watch out that because there guys out there, and there guys that can really make your life miserable. They make your life pleasant too, make it really pleasant, or very, very miserable people. And these are the kind of guys you want to stay away from. Like, I had got picked up by men a couple of times. One guy, tried to pick me up on Friday night. I sort of uneasy about him. Even though he offered me nice stuff, I had to say no. I said, how about another time? I said, and then I left that point, Anyway, because I did not feel comfortable around him, believe it or not. And that's the fact. If I don't feel comfortable, I'll not take that man for a date. One time, I didn't feel comfortable around one man one time. What did he do? He pounded the shit out of me in my apartment now and caused a ruckus that almost got me evicted too back then. I was maybe that close to being evicted. As a result, I was just struggling. And and finally police came at night. They arrested him, took him away. I was brutally beaten up. I had the injury photographs of that, and I was just sort of bad. And I felt horrible about it. And I just felt horrible that, he did it. And when I came down to court, he got slapped on the wrist by a judge. So not in for level 2 assault, but he'd done other things that put him in jail anyway. So there you go. He can't be around me, and that because I didn't use my sixth sense on detecting. So I do a sixth sense. If I get a guy that really likes me but trying to crease my wrong leg on my leg like this here and try this on a bus, I know. I do this on the bus like this here. Well, anyways, I will not take that because, number one, that it could be a pedophile, could be just somebody who wants sex so bad, and I don't know who that person is. I don't know. I can't really say anything. Now, that's why I'm very, very, very cautious about picking up men like that. I play the word of caution in this case. So I pick one up that really likes me a lot and really thinks I'm wonderfully, then that's a different story. Still, I put my guard up before, and then as soon as I see, okay, this guy's okay, this man okay, then I start bringing my apartment. Otherwise, nope, stay away. I would never. One thing I never do. I never bring a homeless man to my place because they're probably going to walk in and steal everything I own anyway. So maybe, but it would be nice to. Very rarely done it. One time there was one guy who was sleeping in a laundry room up on the canal. When I did take him in, he had this, and I told him, okay, you can sleep here. Not safe you do this. I let him sleep, and I got up in the morning and he left, and I see him again. But that's nice. Only reason why, because the guy homeless. Anyway, so that's sort of unsafe. But, for us ladies here, they're not, in Hamilton alone, there are not too many offers for females here. The offers there for ladies, they're homeless here in Hamilton. They can go to Willow, sleep on a couch. That's fine. or they can go to go to the Shepherd at full. They go in it's full. They run a full, womankind full. I mean, Barrack Center full. They go to Sister Kill Ann's and they get a mat on the floor. Still, it is full. They're full. Yeah. So they can't seem to find a place. You understand that? They get stuck in a predicament here of where to go. So a lot end up just sleeping out on the street because they got no place to go. And that's true. That's very hard to think about. Even we know, even missing service at Willow, same thing. We have homeless. I see them sleep on a couch all the time because, why? Because a lot of them don't have home to go. And what really painful part of living in Hamilton is, I'm lucky I have an apartment, I'm living here. But you know what? There are those who can't afford an apartment. Matter of fact, what a lot of building would do is build condos. Yeah, but it looks nice, it looks great. But what does it do to the homeless people? It squishes them out of the area. The homeless guys can't, be around. Condo people don't want homeless guys in front of their condo. And they'll twist them out and make sure to remove them or have the hire goons, get goons for hire goons for hire to come and remove these people from there, completely remove. In Toronto, you go downtown Toronto, you'll find homeless guy on Yonge Street, great. But a couple homeless guys will set up in Panhandle on a condominium, Trunk Tower, one thing. In Toronto, Panhandle there. You know what happens to them? Their hired guns for hired will come. They pick them up. They drag them into an office, security office inside that building. And you know what? They never see them come back out again. What happens? They get, a homeless guy told me, a lot of them told me in the past, with condominium buildings, get dragged in security office, get lectured, then they turn around, and then they tell them this, don't ever come back here. And they plain at public, nope. And even downtown Hamilton, Ontario, I'm going to give you a thumbs up here in that one. You go to Jackson Square, there's a sidewalk there. Yes, you can walk on it. It's really open, but know who owns that sidewalk? Jackson Square Mall. They own that sidewalk up to the curb, right up to the city curb. Right up to that. Matter of fact, that private property, so I mean, if the person banned from the mall, they're standing out private on that sidewalk, guess what? They get trespassed by mall security. I seen it. The bus getting trespassed by mall security because it is private property. Matter of fact, it's called a private sidewalk. Basically. Private sidewalk with public access. Like same thing come into apartment building, nice beautiful long driveway, come into it. Like it's equivalent to a rural driveway you find in the country. But you know what? The sidewalk there, that considered a private road with public access coming into this apartment complex. Considered a private sidewalk with public access. The roads up north, in far northern Ontario, that are just private logging roads, and they're only, they are with public access. To get onto these roads, you need to go to a logging company, get a permit beyond it, because you drive on a logging road, and they're logging in the vicinity, you got a log truck, they see a car going on, and they're coming out the way, being at timber, they can't go around that car because it's a very narrow road, and they have to vice versa. So that's happening with logging vehicles. Actually, that's why they had that to get written permission. Even Camp Araron, you go up Donkin Park, get on one gravel road, it's wide enough to kind of log. But you get onto a logging road there, then onto a logging road, Anyway, to be on a logging road, we have to get written permission from the company. I think EBA, whoever logging company, get written permission from the logging company beyond that road, and they notify their truck drivers that there'll be so-and-so on the road this particular time. Can you wait at the yard till that person passes? So they have to sit in the yard and they wait till that person passes, and then they proceed out, yeah? Same thing too in Northern Ontario, logging road, driving on. You notify the lumber company, logging company, they will tell their dispatcher vehicles bringing logs in out of the forest, and that Mr. Stone, I'm Mr. Sherry Jackson driving a Nissan on this road. Could you hold here at the yard and hold at this yard until she passes the yard here? I pass the yard on the trucks that sit in the hole. They come out right then, yeah, because the logging companies, they know who's on that road and what time to be on that road, yeah? So they're able to hold the trucks to that. That's common practice because a truck truck coming along, we go up along, they can't get around it. They end up causing a rollover, losing millions of dollars worth of timber. That need new homes, a new survey can't be built because they don't have a timber to build. A lumber yard, you buy a 2x4 to do some work at home, and the 2x4 may not be a built lumber yard because foolish people don't get permission to be on logging roads. That's a fact, yeah? So that's one thing. But yeah, enough about that. Transitioning to be a woman is a very serious thing. If you do it, it will change your life. You will permanently forever change you. It had permanently changed my life. It changed the way I look at ladies. Not only that, it changed the way I look at things too, because I'm not colorblind anymore. It changes every way you look at things. So if you're wondering about it, it does change your behavior. It does change your life. You have to go every day looking like a female. If I went out not looking like a woman, I didn't do the way I dress. I went dressed like a man. It looked very funny on me. I'd be laughed at. I'd be going, like that, because of that. Well, anyway, so I'm going to have to say thank you for listening and hope you enjoy this vlog. I don't know anybody listening here, but I hope you enjoy it and have a wonderful and productive day or evening, whether we're listening. Vlog.